huge storm in Bahía Blanca, Buenos Aires, and unfortunately 13 people lose their lives as the wall of a gym collapses. Now, the structures seem to be quite sound, but you're talking about, it was 100-mile winds? That was insane. So it's no... it's not unexpected to see some horrible tragedies like these unfold. And as always, here's where a little bit of common sense goes a long way, and some of the basic preparedness that we often talk about can be quite handy. Now, Bahía Blanca is without power. In many areas, it's slowly being restored, but here's where having a supply of food, having water, having alternative methods for cooking food, preparing food come into play and can be very useful. Basic preparedness goes a long way, but also basic common sense is important here too. Now, it is true that these people, unfortunately, this was like a gym, or like not really a gym, like a club. I think it was a basketball club owned by the family of Manu Ginobili, basketball player. Well, that's where he's from. Ginobili is from this city, Bahía Blanca, and that club belongs to his family. And unfortunately, that's the wall that collapsed. Now, here is where you probably want to be a little bit more careful with these things. You have apps in your phone, you have different degrees of alerts or emergency, and I mean, we do this ourselves all the time. It goes for snowstorms, for heat waves, for strong winds, floods, and I don't even remember the app I have, but my phone does alert me of if it's a yellow alert, an orange alert, or of course red alerts. Now, depending on how bad things are, we just adjust accordingly. If we have like an alert for strong winds, and if we can avoid going out for that period of time, then maybe we don't go. If there's something important that we still want to go with, we just take a little bit more careful and just keep an eye on things. If it's like an orange alert, that's when we're staying home until this passes. And of course, a red alert, you definitely should not go outside unless there's really a medical emergency. But basically, a little bit of common sense and precaution can be very, very helpful and avoid some of these things. Now, you should not be living in fear all the time, and just because there's a little bit of wind, not going outside. But when it's a damn 100-mile wind in one of the biggest storms you've seen in years, maybe, just maybe, stay put, stay home. Now, it is true that people may have thought they would be safe indoors like this, like in this club, but man, unfortunately, not the case. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be all for now. And as always, prepare, be alert of these things as well. They happen to. Natural disasters affect people in most places. There's very few places in which just natural disasters are really never a thing. I mean, there's places in which it's very rare, and Argentina would definitely be the case. There's not a whole lot of earthquakes or hurricanes and that sort of thing, but storms like these, they can happen, and they can be fatal as well. See you on the next video.